By cliffhanger, I mean next part. We must go and save the creatures. Wait, what's wrong? Why can't we continue? Strange. It seems like something's blocking the way. Uh-oh, what do we do? The current's over there. That's right, swim. Over there. Because Father's blood is red already. Blood? Mami, are you okay? What blood? We cannot delay any further. Let's swim from here. I kinda wanna see her paint. We get to actually see her paintings. Well, hit that Fortnite Battle Pass drift, bro. Hit that slip space rupture gun. Current speed to flow in the opposite direction. No. Regular records will simply click that. I can see the frequency of such a intrusive effect. What? What the hell did that robot just say to me? Alright, so blood, father, abyss creatures being summoned by what looked like a human in purple guy. Souls of children being captured. That one's kinda just me. It's been so long since I actually don't even know what the hell the song is. I don't think I've ever actually listened to it in a non-meme format. So I can't even sing the fucking FNAF song. Or that better be in the movie, by the way. I keep seeing trailers for that movie. It's... yeah. Oh, an abyss, What did he just do? Unique animation, bro. Abyss man just fucking... Whoa, what happened to the strange stone all of a sudden? Look at the color. It doesn't actually look like a heart. It was a heart. It is Durin's heart. Same thing. They are all red. That's right. This is the heart. This is the no, that's like fucking Yoda-ish. That's right. That's right. This is the original form of the heart. Ah, it's too sharp. I can't do Abyss Lecter voices. I know they're supposed to be like slightly raspy, but what voice do I can't do like a posh voice. Can I do like a posh? That's right. That's I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. Wait a minute, you're Jacob. What are you doing? Gathering paint, as you can see. Paint. What an interesting way to describe this filth. And to think that anyone would set it upon a canvas. What? Still, your arrival here was quite unexpected. Why am I doing the accent? Still, your arrival here was quite unexpected. I could have sworn I sealed all entrances. Did I slip up somewhere? You remember the Abyss Order, aren't you? Ugh, where there's smoke, there's fire. And where there's evil, there's you guys, huh? Abyss Order. Oh, please, do not let me in with those benighted primitives. They are no different from those oppressors. The power they seek, but in a tool that only a few can use. What we search for is true equality, the liberation of the will. I was right! I made this crackhead theory that at the end of the game, Teyvat is considered a living planet in a will. The Irminsul has its own will. At the end of the game, we're gonna be like, what do we call the will? We're gonna call it 𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐻𝐿. And Teyvat becomes the will of the 𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐻𝐿. Write it down. I said it it's on paper now. Write it down. Just as my friend said, and those who lack weakness of consciousness, those who lack... I did like the deep voice and I just stopped doing it. Just as my friend said, those who lack weakness of consciousness shall not be subdued by either gods or death. Stop your prattling. If you are with the Abyss Order, how do you explain the magic you used earlier? Oh, like figured out with the Abyss Order. Paimon. I guess she never saw that. Yeah, I guess that clarifies that she doesn't know that the Abyss has existed longer than the Order has existed. I merely used the power of the Abyss to reverse the crystallization process, that is all. Interesting. Yeah, it was a white crystal. Like the purification, like how they purified the Abyss stuff with the original Hydro Archon. And he reversed it, now it's red, like Durin's heart. Which means Durin's heart hasn't crystallized. Interesting. I guess no one purified it. In any case, I had not expected to see its heart wither to such an extent in a mere few hundred years, yeah. It says such it need to be restarted for me to obtain sufficient blood. Interesting. So an Abyss Lector, but not a Abyss Order one. I like this. I like seeing members of the Abyss that are, well, creatures of the Abyss that aren't, you know, a part of the Order, because the Orders existed shorter, and there'll probably be some who's like, I don't want to join this fucking Order. Sufficient blood. Yes. A rather inelegant method of doing things, you might think. Oh yeah, he's a Lector. He has 4 arms. Alas, there is no other way. Or Inquisitor. No, he's an Inquisitor. He has 4 arms. I too initially believed that I could obtain enough congealed blood from Miss Mimir through peaceful means. This would have allowed a plan to go without altering the Marishrese hunters, or alerting the Marishrese hunters. Alas, that backfired too. Too bad, I suppose. Wait, didn't you previously say that you wanted paint? What is this congealed blood you're blabbering about? Explain. Wait a moment. This is more interesting than I thought. So you don't actually know that those paintings really are, or the power they contain? I see, I see. It seems I spoke too much. How terribly unexpected. Still, I fail to understand why you'd want to get close to Miss Mimir if you don't understand the value of those paints. Don't bring us down to the level of sneaky, scheming schemers like yourself. Besides, you summoned the monsters earlier, didn't you? What did you do that for? Why did you have to attack the other Melazines? Attack them? I hardly have time for such frivolous pursuits. Well, in theory, the array I activated in those ruins to reverse the crystallization would indeed have temporarily opened a way into the realm of beasts. Nice, okay. Wolfhounds come from realms of beasts. Good lore, good lore. So that's what Rhine-Daughter did. She opened up a portal. Well, we already knew that. So, as I'm wondering, I feel like the Cataclysm wasn't like they wanted to summon a god, and they're like, what if we open a portal? And like, the god showed up, and then Rhine-Daughter or Gold was like, oh, I know how to solve this, and just opened a like Doctor Strange multiverse, a fuck ton of portals, and it's like, oh my god! And then because a bunch of portals were opened, it's like all the forbidden knowledge to know the fact that there are people that exist outside Teyvat or exist in the outside of the planet is technically forbidden knowledge because they're aliens, and they're like, oh no 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 no, I gotta destroy everything now. So they destroyed the civilization, closed all the portals, Archons died. I feel like that's what happened. I feel like that's what the Cataclysm is. I suppose that's how the monsters you mentioned were attracted here, like flies to festering meat on the road. As for those Melazines, well, an unrelated matter, I fear. Let's not discuss them. You! Compared to that of Mr. Caterpillar, do indulge my curiosity. What do you think of the original sights here, now that you've seen them? Look at your feet, blood flowing like a river, fertilizing every dust of the earth with their filthy fat. I told you that a great disaster that will if I told you that a great disaster that will come one day, how would you react? Huh? The prophecy? What are you talking about? Blood, fat? Hasn't this place only turned just a little bit red? Negative. Blood has already risen over Mr. Cow's ankle. The local candidate is now 10 times over the human body's endurance threshold. I wonder, do Melazines see Fontaine as red? Like, is the water of the world considered blood? Or at least the water of Fontaine? At least in here, I guess. Like, the red, I guess, represents this place is filled with blood. There's no way, like, pure water can be seen as red to everyone that can see, or at least abyss creatures who have a reversal sight. Which that would make all of Teyvat a hellish landscape. People are enjoying it. They see humans walking around this hellish. That would actually make sense, because humans aren't, if you believe what Neuvillette says, humans aren't native to Teyvat. It would be like demons walking around this hellish landscape in this blood-filled land as they enjoy it and like you live in it. With the structures they create out of stone, which would be defiling your original land into this nastiness. It's like these stone structures of like man-made creations, abominations essentially. And then you live underground in this dark, dungy place that looks normal to you. It makes an interesting idea on the idea of perspective, but we'll get into that later. I recommend that all present leave this area for Seymour. I recommend that all present leave this area for your own safety and to prevent the following: allergies, confusion, white matter distortion, mental deterioration, and... I see. That's how far it's gone. How sad. But I fear not. I will liberate you. The moment foretold by the world formula is coming. There's little time left.
Busted. Gotcha.
True nature revealed.
By royal decree, power that enters
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
I summon!
Wait, hang on, I get to use my Q. Fascinating. I thought you were only able to reach this place purely through luck, but it appears as if that was not all. Indeed, indulge my curiosity, Mr. Caterpillar. Would you tell me who you are exactly? That's none of your concern. Damn, no traveler lore. Not going to answer? Well, that's fine. It was just a mild curiosity of mine after all. In any case, I haven't any further time to waste here. The appointed time is coming, and I have enough blood to use. Any further delay might invite unwanted attention. We're not gonna let you get away. What time are you talking about? And that is none of your concern. It has nothing to do with you after all, anyway. Traveler, look out! What the? Bro, he did hold person. I've been using that. I've been using that. I never once used it in Baldur's Gate, but it is a powerful spell. What's this? You're despicable. What have you done to the traveler? I wouldn't use that word. It's a matter of utility, not mortality. You indeed are very strong, traveler, but I wouldn't say the same with the others. Where did these monsters come from this time? Apologies, Jacob in gold, but I fear I cannot let you do this. Miss Mimir, Miss Paimon, please get behind me. I'm about to morb. My duty is to defend. All attempts to harm you will not succeed. Such arrogance, you piece of soulless scrap. You were unable to defend Marianne then, and you will... Oh, to do today is comfort for the incompetence, that incompetence once more. Mary... And should you survive this battle, the giant revived beast will crush you and digest you all. Well then. They're coming this way. With the plastic dog. Stop yapping and think of something. Father! Don't breach your Primus! Take the chopper! Oh no, look out! Thanks, bro.
Quiet now.
You just breach my Primus.
Odds reveal.
Like I never actually let the enemy hit me with beta, even though it's like her counter. Oh, I guess we're finally safe, huh? Still, what was that round thing? Was it helping us? Mimir, are you okay? Yeah, breacher Primuses can't die. They're alien life that once on planet can never disappear. Yes, father. Huh? Here? Oh, Paimon thought you were talking to us. Yeah, she thought you were calling. She's like, yes, daddy. Just Paimon's like, what? I understand. I understand. Since this is your will, it will be done. Traveler Paimon, could you both strike a pose? I'm going to start drawing. Wait a moment. Paimon hasn't mentally prepared herself. I figured out what pose to strike. Actually, what are we doing this here? Why are we doing this here and now? I don't know how to explain, but I think Seymour can help. Logic module calculating. Attempting to rationalize reason for question. Result? Insufficient data. Cannot answer. My logic concludes that your decision is far from logical, Miss Movie. Seriously? Seymour, what are you doing? Oh, and also, why did you push the problems to him? I mean, my primary design goal is to now sorting data fragments. Seymour, you okay? Oh boy, looks like he's hanged. That's an interesting way to describe a electronic thing not working, as if she would know what that is. Sorry, Paimon, but there's no more time to explain. If you don't hurry, it'll be too late. Ah, sure, okay. This doesn't quite feel right, but Paimon trusts you. I got faith in you too, slug girl. I know you won't do anything to harm us on purpose. Yeah, on purpose. Ugh, Paimon doesn't decide what pose to strike yet. That's your pose then. Any thoughts? All goes as planned. Yeah, come on, you lot. Right. There's nowhere to run now. Where's Paimon supposed to stand though? What do you think? Will it be holding this pose too? Yep, you look great. Now then, leave the rest to me. Mary takes a deep breath and almost encouraging herself. With a few wags of her short little tail, she gets to work without any words. Her expression gives you a restless or a solo. So you say, no longer have to look away. Does her tail paint? It's done. That was super quick. Well, let's have a look, shall we? Just like Marianne in the books in the Institute, her paintings are portals. That's very interesting. Apologies, Janet, I'm not here. I might trouble you with helping clear out that poison. What the hell is going on? We just got teleported to... Like, it does look like flesh. Like, if you've ever seen ripped flesh at the sinew, that's what it looks like. Well, I mean, it looks like this. So, this being blood, and then that part being the body. Interesting, he said this filth? I thought his congealed blood would be... Are these like hitting his blood clots? Kinda cool, I guess. No, come on, game. Oh, come on, game. I know I hit it from the side there, but... There we go. Oh, thanks for that. Thank you. Kind of a limit. Why invite you up here? There's much to say to you. Interesting, he considers that rot. Where the fuck are we? By Jove, what is going on? So we had an abyss creature, or a human who... Look at this one. A non-English voice. Ah, you're finally here. Is this father? Wings. You're finally here. I've always wanted to meet and talk to you. You know that? Yes, I've been watching you all this time. Or should I say, sensing you. I felt your presence ever since that child of mine who loves art brought you inside my body. Oh, you're alienist. So you're the whale that nearly destroyed Fontaine. Cool. It was like a warm light, running to and fro within my organs and blood vessels. Yes, that's my name. Beautiful, isn't it? I love it. Who gave you that name? Why'd you appear in the form of a Melusine? What? It's interesting, you didn't bring Paimon. Or is Paimon here with us? Good night. Why? Well, I found that form to be very beautiful. Don't you think so too? Whoa, bro. What I might say might land me on OK Buddy Genshin. I love them very much, but they are, one and all, my lovely children. And here, I can decide my own appearance, so that of course I chose the one that of which I love the most. You know, they did spawn for your body, so I guess we weren't supposed to know that. The Melusine are your children? That's right. This happened a long time ago, not long after I first experienced death, I think. Many people, a spirit of the primordial waters, and many mental animals came into my body. I thought that they, like those two other people, were here to explore and gather my blood. I was originally just happy to have people here, but they chose to fight each other in the end instead. But of course, I was dead at that point. I was too weak to do anything beyond watching them in silence and feeling the wounds they left inside my body. In the end, someone triggered the explosion that caused a terrible shockwave. Many people died, and those metal animals also died. The survivors left, and everything was quiet. Very quiet once more. A lot of sharp shards pierced my body from the explosions and impact. But later, tiny life emerged from those wounds and from my broken flesh. I was so overjoyed that they were beautiful and intelligent. Also, that was when I realized I could do more than destroy. I could bring beautiful new life into this world. I spoke to them. I told them of many things, taught them how to build their homes for themselves so they might grow up well. Then, there was happiness and liveliness everywhere. Later, they gradually became unable to hear my voice. That's fine though. Just as mother once said farewell to me, all children must grow up and leave their parents. Only that child who loves painting still speaks to me. And she even brought her friends. That's why I came to meet you. I'm truly happy that that was the case. So you're Mimir's father. The father of all Melusines. That's right. Still. No, I'm sitting down though. You truly are special. It was only when the situation was past salvaging that I realized how my blood was poisonous to humans. Just like every other creature. That's what I'm wondering. Does that mean like the stuff in... We know that like dead gods in 𝐂𝐿𝐼 obviously are taint. I don't know what they call it there. Todorigami is what they call it in Inazuma. And here, once again, the blood of a dead god causes severe problems to humans. It's toxic. But we know that's what they make delusions from. So we know you can convert a dead god, which is toxic to one, into an ability at the point of weakening yourself to wield elemental power. But the human body isn't designed to wield elemental power, so having a delusion obviously drains you. Except for Fatui, who don't seem to age, even though they cover their faces, which that'd be crazy after like a fruit of their match and then they're all old because like they were young taking the delusion and then they age themselves like Teppy. So besides that, a vision has to augment the person, even though it locks your ambition. That's what I'm saying. If a vision, because obviously the Traveler's dialogue that no one ever quotes, even when it talks about visions, they never go back and listen to the Traveler's like character dialogue lines, where he discusses having a vision is the equivalent of trapping yourself to that ambition. So whatever your ambition at the time was, it's like you're forever locked to that state of being. So I wonder if a vision is almost like a capsule that takes your state of being, alters it, and locks it so that you as a human can wield elemental power at the cost of progressing your being. We know people with visions still age and stuff. Like that's not a problem. Like they can still die. But it takes like a fundamental part of you and alters it or locks it away so that you can access the power. Because what happens when people use delusions? They drain their life force. So something about them is being sapped to wield elemental power. It might just be the method, and I might be reading it too deep into it. Someone take this and post it somewhere. But when you came in contact with my blood, not only did you not get poisoned, but instead you slowly became linked to my and my daughter's consciousness. Really? Me and my daughter's consciousness. You began to see and sense many things. You're the second person I met who did not fear my blood. If only there were more people like... Who was the other one? Was it also a blonde-haired traveler? Oh, Jacob. Okay. Ah, so you don't know each other. I saw you saying so many things to one another. I refer to the one who made my heart start to beat again, Jacob. A long, long time ago, he and someone else came into my mind to collect my blood. Absorbing my blood would really raise his spirits. At that time, my children were not yet born, and I felt rather lonely as I lay here. As such, I was very pleased to meet them, and I was very pleased to have helped them out. You must have tried to restart my heart to thank me for helping him out using my blood. But I'm afraid I can't accept his kindness. As such, I wonder he took his blood and became vitalized by it, and now wants to restart the heart. I wonder if he thinks if he restarts the heart, he'll have an infinite source of the blood, and he can revitalize more people. Because he must have been human at one point. Well, we don't know that. But he clearly got something from the blood and wants to use it for the cataclysm. Well, not the cataclysm, but the prophecy, the final judgment, the final world theory of Revanta. I'm afraid I can't accept his kindness. As such, I thank you for stopping him and me. Why? If I were to be revived, my heart would beat, my blood would surge, and the internal organs would come to life again. What would happen to my children then? They and their beautiful little houses would be crushed and digested. That would be a terrible tragedy. That's what I'm saying. That means Durin can be revived because his heart hasn't even crystallized. And that his mind is still conscious. I never heard Albedo say he can talk to him, but he must be able to talk to him. That would actually be crazy if Albedo was trying to restart Durin's heart on Dragon's Web. I might look like this now, but my body's in truth very big and frightening. In the beginning, my siblings and I took leave of my mother and came to play on the surface. But when I realized at last that the things I found fun and joyous were terrifying to others, it was too late by then, and I was filled with grief and regret. That's why I asked Mimir to use my blood to create paintings and give it to you. That way I get a chance to thank you in person. Thank you, traveler, for stopping my heart. So long as I live, I will bring grief to others, and I will never wish to see that happen ever again. Better dead than red. I did it to stop Jacob as well. I see. Anyway, this is a rare opportunity. I haven't been this clear-minded in a very long time. Why don't we chat about some other things? Is there anything you'd like to talk about? That reached your primus that freed us. Ah, well, you were trapped and I thought, if this goes on, I'll be revived and you will die. My strength began to return, so I thought, why don't I use some of my cells to attack the thing that trapped you, the way you'd be able to move. That was one of your cells? That's right, they can help deliver and drive harmful things away from my body and protect my children. However, they are as smart as my children, so that they will attack you too. His cells are able to wield Dendro. Interesting. So Breacher Primus is... That's so strange. So we know they're interdimensional creatures. He is. And he can't... And the Breacher Primus is, literally in the description, creatures that can't die. So is there any true way to eliminate a god from this world? Or does everything get reborn on a cycle? No matter what. Dude was crystallized a couple hundred years old. And he still was able to be revived like it's nothing. His conscience is still here. Makes you wonder, like, you have something like, what's her name? The moon goddess. Or the third, one of the moon sisters. The one else with Deshret. It's like she died 100,000 years ago. Can they just be revived instantly? Kinda shitty that there's no way to truly kill a god. And their conscience will be, whenever they die, their conscience will be trapped there for the rest of eternity. Still, I'm glad to have helped out. Anything else? Tell me about Jacob. That person from before, you mean? I fear I know little about him. He is not like you. Even after drinking my blood, he cannot speak to me as you do. In the beginning, he came with someone else to research the blood from within my body. At that time, I could feel that they were different. There was something within him, a bit of the dark, cold cosmos power, so he always had the abyss within him. And I thought my blood would do him good. Wonderful. Later, when he came, he would come often to collect my blood, all the way up to there was a great battle involving people, him included. He didn't come back after that. To be honest, I was worried he might have died. I imagined how happy I was to see him return, alive, and so tall and strong. Is there anything else? So he had a bit of abyss energy in him. The cosmos power, by the way. The cosmos. More credence to the idea that the abyss is the stars, and the idea that Teyvat is trapped in a stationary bubble and the abyss is space itself. So he had a little abyss energy in him, and then when he came back now, he was a full-on fucking Baptist. Or priest, or inquisitor. I can't remember what they're called. Temperature origins. Sure. My mother's the reason I existed. Okay. Mother's the most wonderful person in the world. She gave me my name, and it was a lovely name. Before I was born, I floated in the cosmic darkness. It was cold there, and lonely. I was so sad, and then I would often cry. But later, I heard Mother's voice. She wished me to be born into a beautiful world and give me life. To give me a strong and healthy body that can walk the world and grant me a beautiful name. She wanted to give me many siblings, wanted me to meet my friends, wanted me to see the beautiful sights beyond that cosmic dark. She did not deceive me, and I was very happy. My other siblings treated me well, and later, many younger ones came along. I treated them just as my other siblings treated me. Later, we left the world beneath the earth. I felt that the wind brushing against my skin, the warmth of the sun, the water's icy and warm. The cosmos, drifting in the cosmos in the world beneath the earth. So the cosmic dimension is beneath the earth, and he was pulled out of it, but he wasn't birthed. So there are creatures that are trapped there. Like, I'm telling you, that's where we're going. It's like, the whole thing was like after Conria. We're probably going to go into the abyss, like itself, like our cosmic area, those who dream of dreaming. Once again, we see a creature that was trapped there, that didn't want to be there, but it was trapped underneath. How did it get there, though? That's the thing. Was it sent there? Did it naturally spawn there trapped? But a creature that, he said he was drifting in the cosmos, and he would often cry that he didn't like it there. That would imply that he had understanding of a world beyond the cosmos. Meaning either he didn't start in the cosmos, or he started there, but got locked out of leaving it. Only way that I was different from the life in this world. The things that brought me happiness, things that interesting, they were frightening and terribly hurtful to those in this world. Eventually, I fell here and died. This saddened and gladdened me. I treasured the life I was given by Mother, but that life would bring everyone such experience, so this was better. Later, just as Mother gave me life, I give my children life. And they may walk upon this world and make me very proud, very happy. Pretty sure Mother's Rhine daughter, by the way. In gold. So, once again, this is twice now. She's able... The Beast Realm is what he called it. Is where she pulled wolf guards out of, or wolfhounds out of. On the Greater Wolf Lord. That portal is on Surumi Island. So... There's that, and they die and they go back to the portal. Albedo is a homunculus creation of Chimea art. We don't know what Chimea even is. Ancient chalk is the foundation of life. So, Rhine-Daughter essentially pulls creatures from other dimensions. But her greatest creation, the Prince of Chalk, which chalk is the essence of life, so the Prince of Life, is something she created using life's essence, a homunculus. Very interesting. I need to go. That's true. Well, I'm almost out of time too. There are a lot of things I'd like to talk about. But the life I received this time is almost spent. Could you do me a favor though? Could you tell Mimir what to say? What should how about this then? Your paintings are very beautiful. I love you and I'm very proud of you. Let's say this without telling her that was father. So. Ah, right, and please get along with your sisters. They love you very much as well. Thanks so much, traveler. I got it. Alright then, thank you. Honestly, it was great meeting someone like you. Someday I hope that I'll be able to traverse the world without fear of causing harm or death to others. Oh, we got to talk to a dead god. Interesting. Lots of ideas and theories about the cosmic greater universe. When that time comes, I'll be sure to show you what I really look like. Traveler! Traveler, you alright? You've been studying that painting this whole time. Seriously, you're just like Seymour. He said that he would go searching for data. Since then, he's not moving at all. Thank you. I thank God for gonna say it. Your paintings are very beautiful. And I love you, and I'm so very proud of you. Traveler, we can't do that. That's how Singwing was made. Art of that is banned in certain forums. Wait a minute, where did all that come from? How come you don't say that to me? I'm fine, don't worry. Why we gotta tell her that? Oh, I see. Thank you. Here, I was hoping that was true. I love you very much as well. Come on, I've always gone along with anyone. Along with everyone, seriously. Since father said so, I got it. Thank you. Oh, his heart's crystallizing. Why did it melt so far? When did that thing return to him back to stone? The shaking from forcing it to stop too. Wait, were you in such a hurry to paint? Because Papa's got people call really good paintings absorbing, don't they? So you're painting in order to absorb Traveler, right? No, that doesn't make any sense. What exactly would happen? I'll explain it in detail later, you spybot for Celestia. We're safe now. Us in the middle of the beach. Alright, but you better explain it later. What do you think of this painting? Feel free to critique it. I didn't have much time. That wasn't my best self. I'm not very confident about it. I feel like an excuse. I need to stop doing that. Even colder than the real Paimon. What? Paimon doesn't get the painting at all. That's wonderful. Paimon doesn't know what to say about your art other than it looks amazing. This is like all the artistic baptism of fire. Well, I'm glad you like it either way. As long as you do, I'm happy. I'm not a very good speaker, unlike you, Paimon. Yeah, that's under fucking statement of the year. But I'm with you, I feel like very happy. I'm trying to give you something to make you very happy as well. Preliminary memory fragment sorting is complete. Whoa, you're back! I mean, I answered previously unanswerable questions as well. Previously unanswerable. Yeah, what questions were unanswerable? One's about master and aforementioned purpose. I imported 4ACV07, designed by Lovely. A copy to protect Miss Marianne. Miss Marianne? Jake guy mentioned that name as well, didn't he? Affirmative. Miss Marianne was my master. The prime directive was to accompany her, but have to ensure that she would smile happily. I have not been able to fulfill this duty for 1/7 times 10 to the 21st clockwork cycles due to lack of relay module. In truth, I cannot ascertain Miss Marianne's present location either. This should never happen. My logic requires immediate repair. Yeah, but I think she got eliminated from this world and turned into an ocean and by a primordial ooze. Her ass is dead, brother. And as such, if you don't mind, let me depart now. For now, my standard deduction module has already calculated most likely location where I may collect information, and I must go there. Wait, Seymour, you're leaving? Affirmative. Thank you for your care. And thus far, Miss Mimir, but I have a duty that I must fulfill. That I'll come to. Negative. Deduce danger level high. For your safety, I must refuse your proposal, Miss Mimir. I will promise to return and express formal gratitude once I find my master. Unfortunately, some of my memories have remained damaged, so I do not presently know where the desert Odo that I must reach is located precisely. I feel like the Ordo is located in an alternate dimension. We've been to the library, we've been to the child area. It was likely is like an underwater facility, like the research institute, but the majority of it is probably segmented interdimensionally via book. Like, imagine having a literal check-in book, like front desk book, but it takes you into the facility rather than pulling you out. You feel me? You smell me? I see. I understand. There's something you must do, so you must have to leave. But you'll be back to find me, won't you, Seymour? Affirmative. Alright then, be careful, Seymour. You have to come back, alright? My token, the symbol of my life is with you, so don't go breaking down someplace where I can't find you. You have my word, Miss Mimir. I will fulfill my mission and return to your spatial coordinates. He's dead. Okay. Got it. Anyway, I suddenly got a bit of inspiration, so I'm going to paint that. Don't forget to come back to me when you're finished. You're welcome, okay? You got it, yeah. We'll take care of Seymour for you for now. I understand, traveler. Paimon, Seymour. You all stay safe, alright? I'll make a move fast. Oh, bro, she crying as she left. Maybe. Where are we going next? Like, we see what mentions place called the Narizgordo, right? We've heard it before. We've literally helped Marianne. Was this so sweet? I think this is the first quest you're supposed to do. What sort of place is the Narizgordo anyways? Searching. Insufficient data. Unable to answer. My standard detection module is only giving to this name. Apart from that, I do not possess any related information. Well, how are we supposed to find the place? Well, we can help because we've done the quest. Calculating. Affirmative. Your presence on the journey will greatly increase its success rate. Thank you very much. Let's just go anyway. Once everything's settled, we'll bring you back to see you movie. And where the hell are we going? Can we finally see the damn painting? At first glance, it doesn't look like much to be a Paimon or anything with a tangible form for that matter. Instead, it looks like a wave of beautiful earthling colors. Calmly appreciating the portrait, you find that Mimir is conveying everything she wishes to express to you, thereby land. According to Seymour's evaluation, Mimir can create unique paintings that differ from 100. Makes her paintings priceless treasures, and those who gaze upon her paintings are always going to feel something different. I need to put that inside the teapot to see what it looks like. Well, so did we get extra quest to actually help our friend out? No, but I know... I know which one it is. Talk to Anne. Obviously, we know who Marianne is. So our next one would be... this one. Because we've already been to the Narizgordo. Oh, we've been to multiple parts of it, yada yada yada. What a very interesting quest. Very interesting indeed. very lore heavy. I see why people are very interested in the Nezuko, where people are like hyping up, oh, more of the lore here. Because the lore here is actually intricately tied to the entire point of the game. I very much am disappointed that this isn't a voice quest. Most world quests are tied to the world, obviously. No shit. Like, the R&R one was tied to our sister. Most likely it was to give us our sister and the Abyss, and that there are creatures that fight the Abyss understand in the world. And that it's not just an entity that's been around, it's an ancient threat. And that it affects the world in different ways. Like, the Abyss creatures in that place was corruption that made the world a solid, stale color. It wasn't the same as, everything else. But in our case, like, it didn't do what all the other things do. And that was cool. But there were so many R&R that, like, I understand why it wasn't voiced. There was a ton of R&R. Like, a fuck ton. So voicing something like that probably wouldn't be too easy. But then you get to something like this.
Deal is that I can get her to help.
It's like, this quest is, I guess it's as important. But like, look at our Archon quest. We did like a fucking court case, and it was cool. And it set up like Fontaine's world, and the next quest I haven't even done. But I know it's gonna set up stuff for Nouvelette and his history. And other things. But like, this was a quest that tied into the origin of man. Well, not the origin of man, but the Abyss. Actual in-depth, not the Abyss order. Like how Karibear. I feel like this should have been a Karibear style quest. Where this isn't something that you can just brush under the rug. This gave us concrete evidence that the Abyss is in fact cosmic entities that exist outside the order. Obviously, Karibear quest, I mean, like, imagine doing this quest without having had Karibears before. Like, if Karibears was just a side quest, you wouldn't even know that the Abyss existed without the Order. You would hear he's a part of the Abyss Order, and you're like, oh, he's a part of the Abyss Order, he probably knows my sister or whatever. And then you're like, huh, how come he's not a part of the Abyss Order? But now we know the Abyss Order was founded way after the Abyss has been around. In fact, the Abyss has been around a lot longer than the Abyss Order. The Abyss Order is only 500 years old. The Abyss is probably millions of years old on the planet. And now we know that entities from it can be pulled out, or have been pulled out, and can be pulled out interdimensionally by Rhine-Daughter. Once again, which is insane when you think, what exactly is she? We know she's one of the witches who, like, was like, oh, we'll go to war with the Archons. And then you see her with the ability to quite literally pull gods out of other dimensions. It's like, I want someone backstory on, like, the Heiser. Like, we got like a story like, oh, they're fun little witches, and each one has their own backstory. Bro, are all of them? So, like, power scaling wise, I'd imagine they're probably Archon Batui, like, level 1, 2, and 3 tier. At least she is, because who else do you see able to literally create life and pull entities out of, I keep saying entities, just straight gods out of other dimensions? We know where Rift Downs comes from now, the Beast Dimension. That's new lore. So every time we see that thing open up the yellow portal, it's coming from the Beast Dimension. Or the Beast Realm, as he called it.
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Makes me think that, that's like I said earlier, the Cataclysm was in fact probably either during it or because of it, she probably opened up a fuck ton of portals. And that just sent shit into straight disarray. And there's people who, people who are like, I want to skip button quests. If you want to skip button quests, you generally are an illiterate retard who should kill yourself, unironically. Just not even hesitant, but you quite literally are the dumbest motherfuckers who play the game if you want to skip dialogue button. Quite literally don't understand even the basics, almost fundamentals of writing. And you're like, but I want to skip button. I love it anytime you see someone who's like, I want to skip a quest button. I want to skip through the dialogue, but the writing is so infantile because they have to hear Paimon say it twice because once they can't read anyways. It's like the reason the writing is infantile because you have no understanding of writing. One, you probably can't write for shit. Most likely, it's not even like it's a almost objective fact that God can't even disagree with if you're the one who wants a skip button. Two, you have no idea how the world building works or what the point of the quest is. How lore is built. Like imagine someone who did the Mirrorpeed quest, not Mirrorpeed, but like the fucking guard, the office worker one, where they're all in the office and they all work there, and you see how it's so hard to get a single keycap, and he questions the ethicity of his work. Motherfuckers are like, bro, why is this quest in here? This is the most boring shit I've ever seen. And then you see people who are actual humans who worked a job like, oh, this is actually relatable to working office life. And then guess what happens? You do that quest and it opens up 6, 7, 9 side commissions that have nice dialogue and it feeds into the quest. You see the boss, he goes fishing in his free time. You see the other one is with his girlfriend. And then you see Iwan, or however the fuck you should say his name, still struggling with his work, still tired. You see him recovers at the hospital. You can ask questions about him recovering at the hospital. You get stuff like that. It's like, oh, it ties into the quest. Something I did in the world is now later being referenced in side content that's missable. And it ties in nicely. But these people, bro, I want to skip button. I want to smash through spacebar, bro. Why is there so much dialogue? It's like, oh, they're like the players are illiterate. Bro, the players are genuinely retarded. I'd like to see a single person who asks for a skip button play a game like Baldur's Gate 3. You literally couldn't. You are literally too uneducated to play it. Plain and simple. But enough of that. That's enough of a rant. We're out of here.